I think we had a really interesting discussion today in our panel. And for me, one of the key things I take away is that the situations are not so different, right? Whether it is somebody who, let's say, fled from persecution or hatred and violence, be it from Sudan to Kenya or from Myanmar to Bangladesh, or the situation that displaced women face here in Germany, or like the victims of trafficking that Solvodi are supporting. In effect, it's really about, let's say, the experiences of violence, how the women are going through them in one way or the other, and a question how actors can then support them in overcoming them. And it showed, right, our context, the strong asymmetric dependencies that are there. It's really hard to exit conditions and systems of violence in one way or the other. And this is really a key challenge that we also discussed in how far people are able to overcome violence. Whether they can cope themselves and often show a remarkable degree of resilience, but there's always boundaries to it. Sort of the agency is always constrained in one way or the other. And then maybe it's also a problem if we are designing solutions from the top, right? Sort of if we think, we as people in the north or as social workers working for refugees in Germany, if we think we can help and we provide the solutions for people, that often doesn't seem to work, right? So it's rather a question of empowerment, of like breaking barriers that are there, visible and invisible barriers. And I think the colleague from the Refugee Advisory Board made it very clear, right? Sort of that in designing solutions, people who have been affected themselves must be part of finding these solutions themselves. So I think when designing alternative pathways or thinking about the ways out of violence, I think the solutions and the guidance must come from the people who have lived through violence. People